The Masters 2026 announcement flipped the entire golf world in one moment. No build-up, no warning, no slow leak. Augusta National went straight for the shock. They confirmed that LIV golf players are officially welcome next year. That simple sentence grabbed every fan by the throat. It changed the energy in the sport instantly. And this shift drags you straight into a bigger story, because nothing stays calm once Augusta steps into the fight. Augusta National did not break this news softly. They said it out loud. They said it clearly. They said it without shaking. This year's Masters will follow the same rules it always followed. That means former champions walk back in. That means top-ranked players step onto the grounds without debate. Jon Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, Cameron Smith, all of them, no exceptions. So the silence around this moment grows louder because tradition suddenly pushes against every wall the PGA tries to build. This announcement hit the world right when LIV players remained banned from the PGA Tour. Imagine that tension. One side blocks them, one side welcomes them, one side shuts the door, one side opens the gates. Now the most historic tournament in golf becomes a stage for both sides to stand shoulder to shoulder. A battlefield covered in green grass and quiet pressure. Yet this mixed field feels like a spark because everyone senses how explosive this new lineup can become. Fans understood right away that something massive just changed. Ticket resale charts for 2026 shot higher than any Masters in the last 4 years. Prices jumped hard within hours of the announcement. People bought seats before they even checked their calendars. They wanted to be inside at that moment. They wanted to see who stands tall and who falls apart under Augusta pressure. Early numbers like this matter because demand always spikes when fans feel history building under their feet. Golf analysts did not hold back. They called this announcement the turning point. They called it the moment that defines the future of the sport. They called it the biggest shift since the Tiger era. When analysts speak in tones like this, the world listens. They know Augusta never moves without intention. They know every Masters decision carries weight. But these comments heat the story even more because experts sense a long fight coming behind the scenes. Augusta's decision opened the door to the most explosive Masters field anyone has seen in decades. Every major champion can return because major wins come with lifetime or long-term exemptions. That rule cannot be changed without breaking history. So, LIV stars walk in freely. Dustin Johnson, a past Green Jacket winner. Phil Mickelson, with 3 Masters titles. Brooks Koepka, with multiple majors. Cameron Smith, with the Open. Rahm, with his Masters title. Patrick Reed, with his own Augusta win. This tradition puts fire on the ground because every major winner now enters without any shade of debate. On the PGA side, the lineup is stacked. Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland, Ludwig Aberg, Xander Schauffele, and Jordan Spieth. The best names from the PGA Tour walking onto the same course as the biggest names from LI5. This is the collision people waited for. The moment when the fight leaves press conferences and steps onto real grass. This clash feels different because these players know they stand in front of the entire world with pride on the line. CBS and ESPN analysts studied the numbers and ranked this field as the strongest in modern Masters history. They considered combined major wins, world rankings, and performance cycles. No other modern year comes close. The talent level is stacked to the roof, and the storylines are stacked even higher. Yet talent is only half the drama, because the political fire inside this event burns with the same strength as the skill. This is also the first major where Jon Rahm returns to Augusta as a LIV player. He won the Green Jacket in 2023 under the PGA Tour banner. Now he comes back wearing LIV colors. That alone creates a storyline bigger than a full documentary. Fans want to see how he behaves, how he carries himself, how PGA loyalists respond, how commentators frame his return. And Rahm's arrival makes everything heavier because one wrong look or one wrong comment can trigger a storm. The stakes feel higher than usual. Security numbers confirm the tension. Sources say Augusta quietly increased staff for 2026. They expect pressure. They expect intensity. They expect rivalry to show up in the air. They expect fans from both sides to bring emotion. Augusta wants calm. Augusta wants control. Augusta wants smooth play. But they prepared for the opposite, too. So, these security moves remind everyone that this is not a normal tournament because the stakes reach far beyond golf swings. Behind the scenes, the story gets bigger. Multiple insiders revealed that PGA Tour executives pushed majors to limit LIV participation. They wanted LIV players outside the spotlight. They wanted majors to support their fight. They wanted isolation. They wanted pressure. They wanted leverage. But Augusta National refused to bend. They protected their event's identity instead of picking sides. This refusal surprised the industry because few people expected Augusta to take such a strong position with such calm confidence. Fred Ridley shut down every political angle with one sentence. He said the Masters brings together the best players in the world. Simple words, clear message, direct tone. That one line crushed every attempt to influence his decision. It reminded fans that Augusta is bigger than temporary fights. It reminded everyone that the Masters belongs to golf, not to any tour. But Ridley's tone sent a signal because he made it clear that Augusta will not be dragged or pressured by anyone. This announcement did not happen in isolation. It came right after the R&A confirmed that the Open Championship 2026 will also allow LIV players. That means 2 majors openly support inclusion. 2 majors reject division. 2 majors ignore politics. 2 majors protect tradition before anything else. The message from the R&A and Augusta is simple. Qualification matters, performance matters, fans matter, the sport matters. So this pattern of unity now carries global influence because major tournaments move as one when the future feels unstable. The USGA followed the same line. They kept all qualification pathways open for LIV golfers at the US Open. They did not adjust rules. They did not restrict entry. They did not change their stance. 3 of the 4 majors now publicly support open competition. PGA pressure hit a wall. The majors held their ground. This alignment of 3 majors strengthens one truth, because the sport's biggest stages decided to stand above the fight. Analysts call this a direct hit to PGA Tour leverage. Augusta's decision does more than open doors. It boosts LIV legitimacy. It gives LIV players equal footing in the biggest arenas. It takes away the PGA's strongest weapon. It rebuilds balance. It reshapes the story. So analysts expect a power shift because the Masters decision changes how investors, sponsors, and global fans view both tours at the same time. Augusta National did not just drop a shocking announcement, they rebuilt the playground too. The 2026 Masters comes with a course redesign that players already describe as faster and sharper. The changes focus on playability and speed. Fairways roll quicker, greens demand cleaner lines, angles create tougher choices. Everything looks built for intensity. And these upgrades push more questions forward because Augusta never changes the course unless a bigger plan sits behind the scenes. Drone cameras and augmented reality tracking will change how fans watch the Masters for the first time in history. Viewers will see full 3-dimensional shot paths. They will watch shots curve through virtual space. They will track ball speed and spin in real time. This is not the old Masters broadcast anymore. This is a modern theater wrapped in tradition. So, if you want more breakdowns of how this new tech will reshape golf, tap subscribe right now because the next upgrades get even wilder. But this tech shift hits deeper because it forces every other major to rethink what premium golf coverage really means now. Augusta also spent more than $10 million on a practice facility that looks built for the next generation of players. Wider bays, better turf, faster analytics, smarter training systems, every inch designed to match the rising pace of modern golf. It is the clearest sign that Augusta prepared for a future where players train like full-time athletes, not weekend tacticians. And this investment tells a bigger story because Augusta wants players at their fastest form when the first tee shot flies. Course officials confirmed new layout changes that let fans see multiple holes from single spots on the property. This creates louder crowds, bigger reactions, stronger momentum swings. Augusta usually protects quiet tradition. This time they open space for a roaring audience. They want noise. They want an atmosphere. They want action. So this new crowd experience adds pressure because players will feel every cheer and gasp from far more angles than before. Augusta said the 2026 Masters blends history with technology. They want the old magic mixed with modern performance. They want classic Augusta beauty with new power. They want elegance with speed. This balance sets the tone for a tournament that pushes golf into a new era while staying rooted in its oldest traditions. And this statement sets the stage for the next chapter, because Augusta rarely announces a vision without backing it up with real change. The political tension behind this event remains just as sharp as the course. Augusta's decision to allow LIV golfers poured gasoline on a rivalry that has been burning since 2022. Fans argued online. The media split into sides. Players whispered about loyalty. Sponsors watched every move. The fight between tours grew louder each season. Yet this Masters pushes the rivalry into a direct collision because the world finally sees both groups in the same arena again. Several PGA players privately expressed frustration about LIV golfers returning to Augusta. They trained while avoiding everything related to LIV. They stayed loyal while others chased different opportunities. Now they stand next to them on the same tee box. Locker room tension sits under the surface, but everyone feels the weight of shared space. And this tension builds more curiosity, because one small comment behind the scenes can ignite a week of drama. LIV players see this Masters as their chance to prove their league carries equal strength. A win at Augusta gives LIV credibility in one swing. A green jacket on a LIV player would reset the entire argument about competition levels. LIV stars want to show power on the biggest stage. They want to silence critics. They want the world to see their fire. So the stakes climb higher, because victory here becomes more than a trophy. It becomes a statement written across the sport. Major sponsors and broadcasting partners watch everything closely. Billions in future deals depend on how both sides behave under Masters pressure. If the event runs smoothly, new partnerships may open between tours. If drama explodes, divisions could grow deeper. Big companies want stability. They want clear direction. They want confidence in the sport they support. And the corporate world watches tightly because money always moves faster when rivalry creates uncertainty. Analysts say a LIV golfer winning the 2026 Masters could trigger a global shift. That win would influence player recruitment. That win would influence new investments. That win would influence future contracts. That win would reshape how fans talk about both tours. A single Sunday victory could tilt the future of golf in a direction nobody predicted 2 years ago. So, the pressure on every LIV player rises, because one green jacket could rewrite the entire power map of the sport. Tiger Woods remains uncertain for 2026. His possible return brings emotional weight. Fans still hope to see him walk the fairways of Augusta again. Even his presence near the property could shift the entire atmosphere. Tiger controls attention without trying. He shapes the Masters every time he arrives, so his uncertain status creates anticipation, because people do not know if they will witness another chapter of his story.